we're going to use elephant raises its trunk to learn how to do a full turn, or in other words, 180 degrees turn. So I'm facing that way, now I'm facing this way. One of the reasons why we're going to use elephant raises its trunk is because it allows us to use the imagery of like where our body is like a marionette, or perhaps our hands and feet are attached by strings. So if I move my hand up, I raise my feet as well. And that's going to be important for coordinating our body to turn in completely the other direction. So to get started, what I'm going to do is I'm going to get into a stance, okay? So now I'm in my stance, and I'm going to talk about the turn by itself first. And then as I add the hands, you'll begin to understand why it's a helpful imagery to combine the hand and the feet. The basic part of the turn is to realize that, if I was to normally turn around, it's kind of like my body flinging my foot in space. To do it slow and controlled, what I want to do is I want to shift my body weight to my back leg. That empties my front leg of all weight so I can move it, right? And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to pivot my foot in to my toes. Now, it's very important that you are nice and bent. So the tendency is to want to, as you pull your foot in, is to thrust the butt out and the head forward, and that'll allow you to turn that foot in. Yes, that will allow you to do that, but it also compromises your balance severely. And if you're already not great with your balance, it's going to put yourself in jeopardy of falling. So instead, you just want to make sure your knees are nice and bent, and that way when you shift and you toe in, if it's starting to get a little tight, just remember that you might need to bend your knees more. You might need to settle more. And that allows the ligaments and the tendons and muscles to have more space to turn in. And so as I shift my weight here, notice that I can still move my body weight back and forth here. And if I lean forward too much, how that's already pulling my body weight out. So I shift my body weight back and I settle here. And what you can do here is practice picking up a toe, right? So I shift my weight backwards and forwards by lifting a toe, okay? That's an interesting exercise. My knees and my thighs are pretty much touching. I'm going to shift my weight to what was my front foot, so I rotate my foot in. This is now going to be my back foot, so I'm going to shift my weight to it, and then I'm going to toe out what was my back foot. So I'm going to toe out here, and that's going to be at the natural 35-degree angle to be my back foot facing this way, okay? And so as I do that, make sure you stay nice and bent. Shift my body weight forward, my foot rolls to the toes, and it comes around here. And now I'm in a stance facing this way. Again, shift my weight backward, toe in, toe out, and forward. So from the side, what I'm going to do is I'm going to get into a stance here. I'm going to shift my body weight back. I'm going to toe in. I'm going to toe out. I'm going to shift my body weight around, and then I'm going to set down. Adding the hands to this is going to help me remember how to move my foot. So I'm going to pretend like I'm picking up my toe with my hand. So my elephant raises its trunk, pulls up my toes, turns in. As it sets down, I relax this. As my other foot pulls up, I'm going to pull, 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 and turn it out to the side. As I shift my weight forward, it's going to relax and press down. And then I'm going to grab with my back leg, my elephant raises its trunk, and I'm going to pull it up and then set it down. Again, pull up, set down, pull and turn, set, pull and set. Go ahead, try that. Work it a few more times. Make sure you get the turning. If you need to, go ahead, split it back up, do the feet separately, get that turn, make sure you're nice and bent. That's going to help save the knees.